everybody. Sunday Night Live, well, my nighttime live, your afternoon, maybe your morning, not sure where we are. But hey, I think we're still broadcasting from planet Earth. Last time we vaguely checked which day it is, I'm not sure. Life is spinning and turning, losing moments, losing words, losing syllables, but here we are. Feeling a little tired, like a little silly and giggly, but like tired. So how's everybody coping and feeling with these amazing new wonderful energies? Because the earth has definitely turned and we are moving in a whole new different line. Many planets have changed. I think we have Mercury has gone like direct again. And of course we have Saturn hanging out there in Pisces for a while. Mercury direct is going to affect us all quite a bit. So things will I was going to say stabilize, but hey, who knows? So let us light a little bit of incense to welcome in this beautiful Sunday, the 22nd, 2026. And just wait for one or two extra folk to pop in. And then we will discuss a little bit about Navratri. I'm not going to be on very long tonight. I'm just kind of waiting for a decent time to go to sleep. I'm not sure when we change time. I was trying to figure it out. I think somebody said next week. I really thought it was going to be this week. But so we clear the space. We bring in beautiful protection and gratitude for the energy that we are here to work with and here to channel, and bring in a beautiful protection of sound. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. They haven't changed. Still the 6 true words of Buddha, the true words of Kuan Yin. Very protective, very manifesting, very comforting, very peaceful. And it really doesn't matter which way you say them. They vibrate to the 6 true colors. They vibrate to the 6 true words. And it is just the most beautiful and the most wonderful short mantra that says absolutely everything. That may we actually bloom and blossom out of the mud like the beautiful pearl in the lotus. May it come through. So today we welcome in Kushmanda. I have been going through this whole thing of like, they say that it's not for everyone. It doesn't really matter for most people right now. But a lot of things with some of the sites which I work with, the Sanskrit ones, they kind of teach you how to say things properly. So they've got a whole lot of different syllables. So it's like not it's when you do it with your jaw. So that's how you actually say Kushmanda. So we're going to learn to bobble our head and be a bobbly person in the front of the car soon as well. So we have moved out from what I call the waters, the deep waters, and we had those 3 amazing goddesses and aspects of Parvati. And then she went and she got married and she stepped into a whole pile of her power. Well, now we move into the next, and those were held by kind of Kali, just to see us through and to protect us through some of that. All aspects of Durga, but kind of Kali. And if I said, remember, above that, we have Tara, who is just looking after everything. And above that, we have other people, or other gods and goddesses. So there's a whole a whole troop of these ladies hanging around at the moment. Lots and lots and lots of them. So we're moving right now into the next three goddesses, because they divide them into three. So the three major players have a big say in the matter. So we have Durga, or Parvati, and then we have Lakshmi, and then we have Saraswati. So they have slightly different aspects, and it's just nice to know that they are Devis. And yeah, this stuff is like, it's, I've been at it for a few years, and every time I play with it, it just takes me onto a whole new another level. Just unfolds and opens up the whole curtain to see something completely different again. So So now we're moving into the space of the void, and over all of this is Lakshmi. And if we just think a little bit about Lakshmi and who she is, she loves cleanliness, she loves adoration. She is the consort of Vishnu, so she comes with all the beautiful smells and luxury and Lakshmi and sensuousness and wealth, which is mainly people in the West think that she's just about wealth, but she's not. And if we remember, she came from the churning of the oceans, which was what we were really working with all the time. We're working with these similar stories, and so it's really important. It was when the asuras and the gods, the demons and the gods, kind of agreed on one thing, because it was actually Vishnu and Brahma. They said, people are not going to remember us. So the demons said, no, they're not going to remember us either. So they said, okay, well, let's work together and let's go for Amrita. So we need to churn the waters, which is the elixir of immortality, which was in the oceans. And they churned with all things, with Vasuki, like Shiva's snake, and they churned, and out of that didn't come anything pretty. Out of that instead came all that nasty hala, the poisons of all ourselves. And eventually, after churning, and Shiva and Parvati doing this whole thing with catching poisons, which are our negative emotions. Out of all of that then started coming the gems and beautiful animals, the wishing cow, and eventually out of the waters, like Venus, as we would know her, think of her, out of those rose beautiful Lakshmi. And this beautiful lotus, the bestower of all things wonderful. But remember, the story is that we need to get rid of all of those things. We need to deal with them. We don't have to get rid of them, but we need to be working with them, or have worked with them, or surrendered them, or for Lakshmi to be working beautifully and blessing us. So she loves a clean environment. And she loves presence. She loves adorning. So if you want to do anything this week, starting tomorrow, even tonight, is to actually make a little clear off your altar. I'm going to clear off mine and start a new altar for today. Clear your house, clean it, give it an extra sweep, maybe shift some things around. Do that little bit of spring cleaning, which should be starting to happen for most people. And remember to keep some slippers or some shoes at the door, because Lakshmi always likes to know what it's like to walk in your feet. So she has this incredible, incredible amount of kindness and compassion. And she comes from the heart, straight from the high heart. So that's where we're going with Lakshmi, and we're going now into the goddesses of the void. So, which is Kushmanda, the void, the cosmic egg, then Skandamata, which is the mother, the still point, and then Katyayani, the womb power, the determination and protection. And these are all coming out of the void, of the nothing. So we've, if we're looking at it as a development of women, I see this as she's married, Kushmanda. Let's get a better picture of Kushmanda for us. Oops, come Kushmanda, my love. I don't mind saying that I have given myself poetic license, which really isn't so good in some of these cases, because we want to actually know what the arms are carrying, because it's really important, as you see how it builds up. So it doesn't matter where I actually look. I hardly actually find any proper pictures that actually really describe. I mean, ones I used to have, I don't remember them. I just had them because I liked the crazy artwork. And in fact, I didn't like the tigers too much. They were way too bright for me. There was a particular artist, but I used to like the Krishna ones. Were very beautiful. Those were the ones I had. They were a little bit too Bollywood for me at the time. In some areas they were fine, but in other areas not. So Kushmanda means she is the creator of the universe. And when all was still and all was black, and there was a little ripple in the universe, and that little ripple was just a simple little smile, where Kushmanda actually smiled. Oh, but let's go back into as we're looking at a woman who's growing up. She's now got married. She's really happy with her husband. She's having a lot of really good, amazing bed sports. She's feeling so beautifully in her power, and that she absolutely is. She is in her power. She has. It's interesting that she actually doesn't have. Some have, but most of them don't have the trishula, which is the trident. So, but she has her rosary beads, which are really, these at this stage in her life, they are the most important things. But she is so powerful. She's so strong in herself. She can conquer the world. There's nothing that's against her. Nothing that she can't manifest. Okay, she's secure. She's married. She doesn't have children yet, so she's in her early 20s. She's really, really yummy and powerful. And she has her lotus, which is her symbol of purity. She has her water pot, which is her container. She contains her emotions. She contains so many things. She knows about taking care of stuff. She knows about measuring things. She knows about alchemy and the power of charging things, of looking after herself, looking after her body, charging herself. But from Kushmanda's perspective, she is the one who awakens with a smile. And that little smile tweaks a whole ball going, and that actually shifts the whole universe and creates light. And from that light, she actually creates the whole universe. So I like her at the moment riding the tiger. This year, for me, they're riding. Most of them are riding tigers because it's very feminine. They're female tigers and they're white tigers. The lion has still got quite a lot of male principle to it, but the tiger, and they live in packs. Okay, and when it's a lion, she rides the male lion. Right now, she's riding the solitary female tigress, which like works alone. Yeah. So, there we go. So, her tiger, obviously, it's her courage and her focus, um, her control over her life. And she usually has 8 arms, very complicated. AI does not know how to count, so I really feel sorry for some of you kids that are not going to know, because every time I ask her, I say it's 4 arms on one side and 4 arms on the other. It makes 8 in total. She kind of got it right, but there's always an extra one that kind of manages to jump in, and she can't get it right with putting the correct things on. And then the more that I ask her, the more that she tends to give me arms, and then I'll end up having like 16 arms all over the place. And she looks like this, like a crab, or like a lobster. Not a crab, a spider or a lobster or a millipede, something crazy. But yeah, she has an immense amount of courage. She is totally confident in herself. She gives that smile and she awakens the whole universe, and she beams. She absolutely beams like the sun. So within her hands, she has her, let's do the boring picture, which we kind of got right. Still can't get it right. She has her Japamala, which is at this stage in her life, as I said, the most important, because she's coming with something else, coming from the darkness. Um, she brings with her actually because she's this great creator, the Adi Shakti, the first creator. She brings with her Amrita, which is what everybody was churning the ocean for. And I don't know if they ever actually got, I don't know in the story. It goes off on all these other tangents, but I'm not sure that they ever actually got Amrita out. They got Lakshmi, but I must figure that one out. That's an interesting question. That's what it was all about. Did they actually get the nectar, the sweet, sweet nectar of the gods, the elixir of immortality? But she arrives with it. Kushmanda brings it with her in another little pot. She also brings honey. She also brings blood in a lot of things, which is very interesting, which I think blood holds our DNA very much, our characteristics, the, our creation. But most of the time we'll just work with her. She has this Amrita in a little urn, and she's not using it that much, but she is using it for longevity and for miraculous healing and for energy, which she so lovingly bestows upon those that love her and give her a candle, yeah, that love and adore her. It's loving the mother, whether you're outside in nature or whatever. Um, her 8 arms, sometimes she has 10 because there's 2 different reasons, and her mala beads because she's now prayed herself into such a space of purity that she can actually bestow the siddhis or the supernatural powers and the divine treasures upon her devotees and her worshippers. Okay. So yeah, she has this jar of nectar, which represents health, longevity, and life-giving energy that she also bestows upon her devotees. She has this incredible chakra disc here, which is usually comes from Vishnu. It is reminds us of the eternal cycle. It also vibrates very much to the whole new chakra system that is coming into us, the disc, but it's also an incredible weapon that will slice through illusion very quickly. But at this stage, I like to see it as this golden, beautiful golden chakra, which takes us to the higher levels above, so that we can go into the higher realms, if you so choose to. She has the mace, which represents her strength and her power of sovereignty and the power to destroy any vices. They take slightly different meanings. Also, smack you over the head. Yeah, those are more the other goddesses who will literally grab your tongue or bash you over the head with their things like, wake up. She has the bow and arrow, which symbolize strong energy, strong focus, taking aim, looking at things that she wants, and actually focusing on what she wants, being in control of the mind, being in control of her destiny, being in control of her path. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. She has her beauty. She's still taking her lotus. Her lotus is beginning to bloom a little bit more, which symbolizes her purity and her detachment from the world she's living in. Remember, she's out there in the universe creating, and the spiritual ascension, even while living in a material world, so she can cross both all three levels. She still has her water pot in her copper pot, which represents purity and the ability to cleanse the soul, as well as all the other things we spoke about. Sometimes she does use the mudras to put her gesture of fearlessness. Now, but most of her hands are usually in holding weapons. Her biggest thing is that she creates light where she goes. So this is where opening up to a new light. She is the dispeller of depression and darkness. So she will create this wonderful new light. And as we're moving through this into her right now, we are creating a new light around us, and it's up to us to be able to create that light. We've all been for a few years now saying the sun is changing and the energy is coming from the sun, while Kushmanda has been living in the sun for thousands of years, as well as the sun. She works with that fire. She's not the sun. She lives within the sun, and she actually pours. So that's another aspect of the sun, where she just pours her amazing energy from the core of the sun, her light codes and her growing codes, upon all energies on earth that need and that sustain life on earth. She's got a very strong relationship to the sun, and she glows. You can see she's got this big glow around her like the sun. So she has this very big relationship with Surya, who is the god of the sun, Surya and Agni, and that's a very different fire. You know, there's so many different fires. Like we talk about different waters, but we have the Surya fire, which is this part of her. She's the diva of Surya, it's the creation fire. It's the holy fire that lives within the sun, and that's part of the fire which we do when we're working with a homa, that we're actually burning away. We're tuning in with the fire we're letting the fire envelop us, and all of these aspects of this particular goddess we can work with hugely when we are working with the fire, giving and taking both from the fire. It governs the Anahata chakra, which is the higher heart. Okay, so she brings in this with her smile. Her smile just melts everything and just lightens the mood everywhere. And she creates with her smile, and which is just associated helping the higher activation of the heart. I mean, isn't it just wonderful? We're learning all about heart coherence, heart brain, but this is thousands of years, yeah. So understand maybe why I like this stuff so much, because I always found the written stuff there. So what she's awakening, it's sunshine in the heart, which is bringing us peace, compassion, and emotional balance. She's very, very much about balance and living with joy and living with fun and living with the laughter. Obviously, she's gone through the purity. She's having a good time. She's in top health. She likes to give health to people, health on all levels: physical health, mental health, spiritual health. She will dispel the darkness on all of those. So we can really just call on her to lighten the mood. And obviously being related to the Lakshmi side of it, she definitely likes to bring in health and strength and prosperity to those that are worshipping her. That's actually really sweet. She's also very known. If you offer anything to her, and it's so weird because it's like a different time of the year, but I suppose at the other time of the year it is pumpkin time. She's very fond of pumpkin, and there was something that I was reading about this pumpkin thing. I don't have it here, but pumpkins were only reserved, only royalty and the Brahmin could eat pumpkins. Other people couldn't, because it's one of the most powerful and holy vegetables, and it actually absorbs. I didn't know that. I must really do a big deep dive. I love apples, and I've done a big dive on apples for many years. But the energy of the pumpkin absorbs and actually nourishes our energy. Okay, and they actually call pumpkin Kushmanda in India, those little round pumpkins. Yeah, so eat pumpkin. So, that was like kind of interesting. So, what does her name mean? Oh, she's the warm, the small little cosmic egg. So she created the universe from the cosmic egg. She gave birth to it with a smile. That's what I absolutely love. There's also it was beauty. A lot of us say with the ripple or the a glitch, that little shiver in the universe, in the matrix, is actually from the Indian, from the Hindu, from the Vedas, is actually joy. And the other one that's very strongly involved with the creation is Kama, which is Kama, which was passion shifted, passion and beauty, smiling, love, not sex. That's what created the universe. That's what made the universe change and come up out of the void and into the light and just spread shine. We've used those in our words all the time, and our smile, our people's smiles will light up a room. There's a lot of apparently they had the whole pile of Hindus that came from India. They went around the world They were doing the laughing meditations, the smiling meditations. And it's just, said it right now, it's like I've been thinking for a long time, is that even if you don't feel it, if you just start smiling, you will feel better, because it's just something that you're working with those particular muscles. And remember that our body, if we know a lot of these tricks to work with, we can work with them, because it's just engineering in the body, and they're formulas, which do work. We do them the other way around. It was always the one with posture. Is, the Buddhists say that it's, oh, now these days I'm not sure if it's such a good thing, but I used to like turn it around and offer it to people to work with it as things that you focus and change, like very consciously, that you would change your posture consciously, because obviously working together with your personal development and your spirituality, that you go much quicker because your posture changed. If you have a general awakening and you don't think about your posture will change, will start to automatically change. So you can work with them either way. So you work with your posture, you will just become more confident. You walk tall, look over everybody, you will feel better because your back is straight. So we are this incredible technology that is full of pumps and levers and the whole pharmacy going on in here that's creating stuff all the time. So that is, let's see, I'll just share a few more pretty pictures. But that's about all we have for today. I'm going back down into the void by choice. I said that a while ago, which was really wonderful, was to go into the void by choice. I love the tigers even smiling. And she's always like got this great big smile on her face. She's that sort of real pretty Indian girl. As I say, when you ask them, you tell them to really like, please, only 4 arms. This is what you get. So they can't count, and that's fine. But this is pretty clear about what she really does carry with her. And all for specific reasons, yeah? And she does always have the sun. So we're welcoming in, on all levels, a whole new era of light. So light is changing. How it's changing, we don't know, but it's changing. And where it's going to go, we kind of do know, we don't know. Yeah, that's for tomorrow. So we're stepping into the void. This is into the coming through the void. Yeah, but we are in the void, but we're actually coming through, collecting all our power from this incredible void. We've come through the dark waters of Pisces, and we have actually, yes, we've moved into Aries now as well. So I would see this as actually on the cusp. So we're actually this beautiful potential of making steam, which is fantastic. So that's about the lot I've got for us. So if you didn't catch the live, you can catch the replay. She is like such a bridging goddess, like really important, because she is the creator, and she can create out of nothing because she's a woman. Yeah. So I love you and I bless you, and enjoy the rest of your beautiful Sunday. And we'll see you tomorrow. And we had sunshine today, but I'm not sure if we've got sunshine for the next 2 weeks. It looks a little grey and rainy. So we'll enjoy spring. A lot of the seeds will get watered. So namaste, beautiful ones. I see the beauty and the love and the light within us. I recognize the truth in me is the truth in you, and just shine your beautiful light and love the earth and love the nature and look at the sun with a slightly different way. It's like kind of really jiggered. As I said, this year I'm really like embracing a whole other level of it, and yeah, another level which I'm not sure where that one will go. But it's just wonderful to start to be able to read and understand the codes that are happening. So yeah, we're day 5. Yeah. So love, love, love. Please, please, please. I think we're day 5. I don't know, where are we? I'm lost. Day 4. Yeah, we're on day 4. I think I got it a little wrong. We're on day 4. Kushmanda. I think for a lot of people, just to go up to the first 3 days is actually enough. People from the West, if you're born in India, this is, you're born with this stuff, you know it. Anyway, love, love, love. Many, many blessings, and sending lots of love and light and pink sparkles, because that's what I like to do. So be strong, shine bright, and you're exactly where you're meant to be. Love, 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 love.